Let it go. Let it flow. Open up your mind and let that thing grow. Hope that didn't go over your head. Yeah. Lilith in the third house. What does this house represent? Communication, intelligence. What is the zodiac ruler of this house? Gemini, air sign. Shout out to the airbenders, man. Shout out to y'all. We're going to jump right into it, though. Number one, what you have in this placement, right? You're highly intelligent. Expert in the thinking department, right? You can formulate thoughts in the blink of an eye, right? However, this is where the issue probably came. This is where the issues probably come from, or they were coming from in your childhood, right? Articulating these intelligent thoughts, right? So you come up with these beautiful thoughts and things like that, right? However, when you go to articulate them, your thoughts may come out in fragments to other people. So though you're highly intelligent, other people might not see it as that. They may see you as scatterbrained, or yeah, pretty much, yeah, like you don't know what you're talking about. In essence, I ain't gonna get super philosophical with it. They just probably see you as you're just more scatterbrained. So they may see you as not smart, not intelligent. That couldn't be any further from the truth. I'm telling you, you are. You got this placement. You are an expert thinker. And a lot of people would be happy to know you for your wealth of knowledge if they can learn to be patient with you, right? Now, with this placement, you could be a person who has a speech impediment, or you could be a mute, or you could be just, like I said, a person that just has trouble getting your ideas across, right? So that's number one, right? I just want to get that out of the way. You guys are very intelligent. So if you feel like you're not intelligent just because you can't articulate things like, I guess, other people, no, that's not the truth. You are very intelligent. It's just that you are more in the thinking department, and articulating it out sometimes it gives you issues. I'm gonna be honest with you. But awareness, and it's also repetition. Repetition builds skill. But we're gonna get further into that, and stay tuned for that. Now, on top of that, with Lilith being in this house, right? You're an intense communicator, and you also have intense thoughts. And you also are probably afraid of these intense thoughts that you have. But no need to fear. You have this placement because you are meant to push these thoughts out into the world. Now, when you're talking to a person one-on-one, they may feel a little bit intimidated by, one, your intelligence already. That intimidates people. Number two, with you being intense with that communication, it may intimidate a person. Okay, so it's double trouble. You feel me? So just understand and be aware of the tendency to be a little bit too intense when you're talking to people, right? Oh, let me put this in here too. What you have in this placement, you're more attuned to wanting to think and talk about more taboo subjects, more dark subjects, things that not necessarily not supposed to talk about, but things that most people don't really want to talk about. And you know what that is. I ain't got to really go too deep into that, but so beware though. Some people may not take too kindly to you just jumping right into like dark subjects, right? So if you're sitting with somebody, you meet somebody for the first time, feel the situation out, obviously, because there might be people who might be with that. But for the most part, if you meet a person for the first time, right? You're sitting talking, you meet them at a bar or whatever may have you, and you chilling talking. Be worried not to just jump right into just dark and mysterious and intense topics. Everybody doesn't that doesn't mesh well with everybody in their psyche. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own journey. Your journey, you're more geared to talking about those things that people don't want to talk about. But that doesn't mean everybody else want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of that. I'm not fully sure if this individual has Lilith in the third house, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say that. Stephen King has lots of horror films, or horror films based off of him. And well, he has horror films and stuff like that too, but he also has books that he's published that are talking about dark and taboo things that people don't want to talk about, right? Like I said, I'm pretty sure he probably has Lilith in the 3rd house in his chart. I'm pretty sure of it, right? So with that being said, what I'm trying to bring full circle to you is that to channel those dark and intense thoughts that you have, channel that into something that you like, channel that into something creative. Find a creative outlet. Stephen King probably had issues. If he does have displacement, he probably had issues. I want to, like I said, I bet you he has displacement, but anyways, I digress. He probably had issues with expressing himself. He probably had these dark thoughts that he didn't want to tell people when he was young. So this manifested into him, hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to use this as a creative outlet and to make me some money. So use it to make some money. So if you have this placement, say you like painting, go into painting, paint dark, paint whatever taboo subjects you want to paint. You want to paint about child abuse, paint children that are abused, paint, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how all that world works, but you get what I'm saying, right? Use it for a creative outlet, you know? Everybody doesn't always want to hear all that, you know, the dark and intense, all that. They don't want to hear Scorpio type of topics all the time, you know what I'm saying? Even people that may have these placements, it may be a situation where other things are affecting their placement that may not be, you know, even though y'all might have the same placement, they still just might not be with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that could cause you to be a little bit ostracized and probably cause you to be a little bit pushed off from people when you were younger, because it comes so naturally to you, you know. But now you're older, you're an adult now. Let's be aware of that, right? Now, you guys are also highly independent thinkers. So somebody can't just come to you and be like, oh, well, this is what it is. Like, yeah, that's what you think it is. You're not going to tell me what you feel like I should think. You guys go, sit by yourself, and you come to your own conclusions. And that's one of you guys' superpowers, to be able to take a whole bunch of information in, analyze it, and come to your own conclusions, okay? So don't allow other people, like, say, for example, say, if you struggle with getting your thoughts across, and there are people around you that probably doubt your intelligence, my bad, I'm talking super fast, the people that doubt your intelligence, right? And and you're thinking to yourself like, oh man, maybe they are right with saying it. No, that don't necessarily mean that. Stop letting other people decide for you what is best for you. You're already intelligent. Take the information that people are giving you, flip it around in your mind, and then you decide what you want to think and feel about the situation. Like I said, with having this placement, this is just native to you. This is in your core being. You naturally have this independent way of thinking. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're less than or you're not as intelligent as them just because maybe, like I said, you can't really, or it's tough. I'm not gonna say you can't. It's tougher for you to articulate your emotions. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for that, right? Okay. So that's what that is, right? Highly independent, highly evolving, highly you're just a trendsetter. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you choose to put yourself out there in whatever field you may choose to put yourself out there, people gravitate towards it, because why? Like I said, you already are intelligent. People feel this energy about you, but maybe, like I said, because the way you put it out there may not be the most organized way. But that's fine. That comes with time, though. You'll get that better with time. You'll get better with that with time, right? Okay. Now, this is the biggest thing for me. I'm not gonna say the biggest thing for me to you, but I say be careful with being manipulative with your words, because you are very intelligent and you can probably get people to bend to your will in subtle ways. You can control a room with the way you with just the way you communicate, right? When you do get to a point when you're actually able to articulate your emotions and your thoughts and things of that nature, you can be very manipulative. So it's, again, I say this in all my videos, just be aware, right? Just be aware of this tendency. It's in you, it's ingrained, so you just got to catch yourself when you start to do it, right? It's ingrained in you. You ain't getting away from it, yo. So that's what I wanted to really hammer home with y'all. Don't be manipulative with your words, because karma is real, right? You can go and manipulate people, but it's coming back to you, all right? Do the right thing. Channel that into something that you like. Channel that into a creative outlet to make you some money. Okay? And you inspire other people to have this placement or have placements that are kind of similar to this to do just that. Come on now. Now, my tips, my major tips. Number one, again, I'm reiterating what I said a little bit ago. Think for yourself. Be willing to be the one outside. I know it probably hurt and may bring some trauma up from childhood, you being feeling ostracized. But if you have to be ostracized as an adult nowadays, if you have to be ostracized because you think a certain way and you feel that is right, then you do just that. Be an independent thinker, be a free thinker, and don't let people tell you who you should be or how you should feel about a thing or how you should think about something, because you are your own person. You're already highly intelligent. You have what it takes, right? Take other opinions in, but formulate them and come to your own conclusion, right? Last thing, I say this all the time, meditate every single day. Every single day. Listen, I meditate 3 times a day, 10 minutes. I do affirmations 3 times a day. You don't have to go that crazy, but I would urge you to do that. If it's not nothing but 2 minutes, this is what's going to get that monkey brain to slow down, right? This is what, and this will help you with your communication, right? Because then when you start to formulate, when you want to articulate your thoughts and put them into words, you're able to calm down more. You're able to calm down and actually, because this is another thing. You might have anxiety due to this, right? So it'll calm down that anxiety. Meditation is just, it's a blanket for everything because it just helps you to calm down and slow down. So whatever placement you have, it allows you to calm down, actually assess the situation. Okay, so with Lilith in the 3rd house, I have anxiety when I'm talking to people, right? I'm intelligent, but I have anxiety when I'm talking to people. It helps you to just calm down. Hey, listen, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Be yourself. What are you feeling right now? What do you want to articulate right now? Do it slowly if you have to. Meditation helps to slow that down, okay? Meditate. Listen, I hope I helped you out. Lilith in the 3rd house. We got a lot more of these bad boys coming. Shabar Buchanan building. If you're watching this, it's because you're not a pee-wee. Hey, man, I love y'all, for real. Work on that. I'm out.